Hi everyone, Gomer here. Welcome back to Port Union. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to go on an adventure with me today. We're going to go ahead and hit pause here before we get started. And I think I've kind of predetermined what we're going to do for this episode. We are going to look at purchasing these two map tiles. As I hover my cursor over this, as you can see, there's a ton of wood that can be harvested here. So that would obviously indicate that we are going to start a logging industry here in Port Union. It will help generate an extra side revenue other than taxes, which will begin to help support and sustain our industry here in Port Union. So draw a line or a road all the way out here and plop a turnaround or a roundabout, giving them easy access in and out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and redraw this road here as well to the pumping station. I don't really like the snap point there, so I think I'm going to manually snap this, and just like that, and then I'm going to turn my snapping back on before I close this menu, because it does save that, and remember that. We can open the specialized industry tab, and as you can see, a ton of trees to cut down. And the purpose for me, guys, really is even after we've harvested all these trees, we'll use the land. So I think harvest it, make the money off of it, use the natural resources rather than just clear cut it down for development in the future. So this is the proper way of doing things, in my opinion, and really is the smartest way of generating revenue for Port Union in a money management game. So I really, my own one gripe about these specialized industries is that I wish that it wasn't circular, because that's kind of a pain in the butt when you try to place them like back to back. But you can't have your cake and eat it too, guys. That's one of those minor complaints, I guess, that I have in this game. Not anything serious to complain about, petty things. And I'm going to build, I think, all the way out to the edge of this tile. I want to utilize as much space as possible. We'll turn around here and do the other side as well. The exact same thing. Push it all the way out to the edges. Really, I want to grab as much trees here as we possibly can. And eventually, once the output hits so low, we'll just get rid of these and turn this into farming or new subdivisions. Either way, could be an airport out here, could be multiple things. I haven't really thought that far ahead, so I think that should do as far as setting the regions or the areas for farming. So a massive tree and logging industry. Before we hit play, as you can see, we also have some demand for some low residential housing. Like I said in the last episode, guys, you almost can't keep up in the beginning, and at a certain stage we won't, because I'm not going to develop a ton more. I want it to be high demand. I want people to live here, and then it's highly sought after, and the value of homes should rise just a little. So, and there's a little bit of medium density, so we'll plop those two squares down with medium density, and we'll go ahead and hit play here, and we'll begin to let things develop a little bit more. And back again to the last episode, guys, the conversation on Union Station. That is something very unique. I highly encourage you guys to give it a look. It's quite the visuals if you guys actually do a quick Google or Bing search of it. And it's something that makes Toronto very unique. So we'll go down to our tab here, and we're going to take a look at some of our progressions and see what we have available. And I know we've got some points to spend, so I think we're going to buy the intersections tab here, and roundabouts as well. Again, I like to unlock a lot of the roads and stuff early. I think it's very, very beneficial in this game. We've got some bigger buildings, some high rises starting to come into play here, so we are really starting to develop. And in the money tab, as you can see, we have a great monthly balance going on with 0 loans. Taxes are still a little high, but until we start producing a ton, it's probably going to have to stay put. Great development, great growth, but as you can see, we still have more demand, guys. Probably going to plop down a little more low residential. These guys are just developing like crazy, this town, Port Union. So I think we could do those next 2 rows should do us for now. as far as the residential goes. And taking a look at this, I am very grateful after adding in the highway that we have absolutely no traffic issues. I can tell by my indicator down below that we are going to need some more commercial, some more industry. So I think it's best bet to go ahead and just plop some roads down now and kind of get that out of the way. There's no reason to hesitate with it. We know the jobs are needed, guys. At the end of the day, people are not going to move into Port Union if there's nowhere to work. So they have to be able to afford homes, be able to afford rent, be able to afford groceries, guys. And I think everybody in the world right now is probably feeling that, if I'm brutally honest with you. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at all the stuff we've unlocked. I mean, look at all the intersections that are now available, all of the roundabouts, which includes large roundabouts. Turnabouts, cul-de-sacs. I'm really a big fan of all of them, all of the advanced road services. And again, I'm happy so far that we've not ran into a lot of traffic issues, but I think we're going to expand the size of this roundabout. I think it makes more sense for it to be a little bit bigger and have a little bit more space. It should be able to handle traffic a little better, in my opinion. So, and that's really, really one of your big mitigating factors in the beginning, is mitigating traffic. So we'll add in and plop in some more low residential because that demand is spiking through the roof again. And immediately, guys, as soon as we place these down, homes are being built. So it's kind of crazy how fast everything starts developing once you get things in place here in Cities Skylines. So, and it's starting to really, really come along here. Some serious growth, some serious development. Great things here. Population, as you can see, is beginning to spike. Money is still in a very, very good place. Even happiness. Again, they're still saying high taxes, but as you can see there, they are demanding a school. They would like to be in proximity to a learning center. So try and find a good place to put this where it's kind of centralized but not necessarily in the way. I think that might be the best location. Oh, and look at that. That progressed us to a large village, milestone number 3. More money and rewards unlocked, guys. We'll take a look at the progression panel. Look at that. Riverside Grill, another signature building. We've unlocked fire and rescue. We've unlocked police and administration. These are all huge things that need to be added here in Port Union. These are all services that are needed, and this is why taxes are high. But before we do that, we're going to set the Riverside Grill. But yeah, that's why taxes are high, guys. You have to be able to pay for services, road services, all of that kind of stuff, and eventually I will have to set every bit of that up. So I think we'll make Riverside Grill a key feature of Port Union here, right next to the Rock Mansion as you come into town. We're going to go ahead and set a school up. We're going to do a small high school, I think, as well. Why not do both, right? And I want to set it to where I'm not really going to destroy a ton of buildings, so this may be my best. It's this such a big, awkward building. I think that's going to probably be the best location for it, if I'm honest. So, again, it's such an awkward building. It's a little bit wider than some of the others, so. And again, that's why I don't build in perfect squares, guys, because in the end you can't. You have buildings that don't fit. So there has to be some uniqueness here in City Skylines. Plop a firehouse down here as well, and then next we will plop down a small police station. And I think, you know what, we're going to place it right on the main strip here and make it a net front presence, as they say in basketball. I want it standing right up front. I want people to know we take policing very seriously here in Port Union. And you should watch this population begin to spike even more, and it is because once you offer these services, people like it even more. They want to move in even faster. So as you can see, demand is spiking through the roof, but we are coming along here. Industry as well. Let's take a look at that. Go take a look at our production here. I must not be registering correctly yet, because there's no way that we're only producing two tons of wood. Eventually that number will spike, so we're not even really seeing the profits from that yet, guys. Despite being in a sped up mode or version. go ahead and look at my medium density, because our medium density is spiking through, and obviously medium density, guys, is going to hold more housing than the lower density. So I think it's in our benefit to plop down some more medium. We can get some more people in this city as it continues to develop and grow, and demand spikes through the roof. And as you can see, I mean, we're coming along here. As new medium density houses are being built, and this intersection here does worry me. Is it going to be a main concern in the future? This will become a choke point. I don't even think there's a true stop sign there, guys. I think they're just kind of yielding, so that will eventually cause a major traffic jam. That's something we'll deal with when the time comes. So, and again, guys, this is kind of more of the boring stage of Cities Skylines as we develop. Polaris Suites, another signature building available. This is actually an apartment building, so we are really starting to bulk up here in Port Union. We're starting to develop and build some bigger houses, some bigger buildings, some more landmarks, I guess is the correct verbiage, the correct term there. And so I think we're going to kind of take a glance here and a little bit more at this roundabout. It's kind of holding up for now, but I will state this will not hold up. As you can see, the traffic is really starting to flow. They will eventually bunch up, and I'm probably going to build a highway right over top of all of this to the bridge. So we can talk a little bit about the development of Port Union, and in the next couple episodes, guys, if you stick with, we're going to be looking at building the ports, building some fishing, building some oil, offshore oil, and it's going to be an interesting next few episodes as far as development, and then we'll get into airports after that, tourism, buses, trains, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be an interesting time, a lot of growth, a lot of development coming towards Port Union. Building a bridge is always entertaining when you try to have ports involved and ships and stuff coming and going underneath of it. So not always the easiest to do, going to be a challenge, but again, I'm the type of gamer, I enjoy the challenge. That's why I enjoy this kind of game. I like the management aspect of it as well. So, well, would you look at that? We've unlocked milestone 4. We are now Grand Village. We've unlocked some more cash and some more points to unlock. And look at that, another signature building is available, and 2 actually signature buildings are available. So unfortunately, we've unlocked natural disasters. Yay! So we can have disasters. But oil drilling, transportation, and transportation's huge, guys. Even if you just add in taxis, that'll help mitigate some of your traffic issues. Parks and recreation, which is also massive. And then obviously you can do bike zones, no bike zones. You could really start controlling your traffic in that regard. So looking at all the tabs, I mean, we've unlocked quite a bit of stuff here now, guys, and this is all stuff for the next few episodes. These are things for in the future. We will get into this here in a minute. We will eventually have to invest in some emergency stuff. We want to make sure our people are safe. So, and then the big one, we have to unlock the water tab eventually, because that is going to be massive. And again, guys, these are all for future episodes. So I encourage you, everyone, to stay tuned, even this communications. So we're going to unlock all of it. But we'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm getting really excited about the growth and development of Port Union, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.